Okay. So the winter solstice, which is on the 21st, which is today, I know it's a work day for a lot of us, and I just feel energetically wise, it's really important to do these rituals on the actual days. So thank you for taking the time to join us this evening. Um, the winter solstice is also known as Yule, and mostly, in the European tradition. Yule means wheel in reference to the wheel of the year. Winter solstice Yule, it marks the longest night of the year and the point when the days slowly begin to lengthen again. The goddess gives birth to the sun child, and hope for new light is reborn. As the sun is reborn, our time of quiet reflection and meditation, the rest following the harvest, draws to a close. It's a time of leaving old regrets behind. The winter solstice or Yule is a time of awakening to new goals, new ideas, dreams, hopes, and projects are born. Our thoughts and energies turn to the new season of life ahead. True, there are months of cold ahead for many of us, but the light grows and warmth will follow. The newborn sun is the great mother's gift to the world, and this is reflected in our gifts to friends and family. Giving is a statement of faith in the abundance to come and in the love that survives the coldest winter. The Christian tradition of a Christmas tree has its origins in the pagan Yule celebration. Pagan families would bring a live tree into the home so the wood spirits would have a place to keep warm during the winter months. Bells were hung in the limbs so you could tell when a spirit was present. Food and treats were hung on the branches for the spirits to eat, and a five-pointed star, the pentagram, symbol of the five elements, so earth, air, water, and fire, and spirit, was placed atop the tree. The colors of the season, red and green, are also of pagan origin, as is the custom of exchanging gifts. A solar festival, Yule, is also celebrated by fire and the use of a Yule log. A piece of the log is saved and kept throughout the year to protect the home. That piece is used to light the next year's log. Tonight we will gather in an astral temple. Since we can't meet in person, we will be joining an astral temple. And it is going to be made sacred for this Sabbath of Yule, to celebrate the turning of the wheel to winter solstice. On this, the longest night of the year, we release the old year and sit vigil to the rebirth of the new sun. We will take a guided journey to the home of the goddess, who resides deep within the earth at this time. With hopefulness, fueled by the growing sun into the light half of the year, we seek peace and hope in the darkness, and we find it within ourselves. And now I'm going to take you into the Astral Temple. So I'd like you to just make yourselves very comfortable, sit back, relax. Go ahead and close your eyes. And take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in again and breathe out. And one more time. Now, with keeping your eyes closed, I want you to open your mind. Imagine that you are standing on a path at the edge of a small forest. The waning moon illuminating your way. You stand before an opening into the trees. The cool breeze from the forest is inviting you to enter. The path is clear and broad. It is easy to follow, and so you step into the forest. The peace in the forest is total. Suddenly, a haunting cry of an owl pierces the silence, encouraging you to take a few more steps into the forest. And so you do. As you walk on, you begin to hear the sound of running water. You can tell that the water is gentle, and you walk in the direction of the sound. As you walk, you can feel the leaves crackle from the night frost under your feet and the small branches and roots on the ground. It feels good to have your feet touching Mother Earth, and you let the gentle voice of the water call you on. Shortly in front of you opens a little clearing in the forest. You notice that in the middle of the clearing is a small pool. The pool is being fed from a small stream trickling down a small rocky slope. As the pool is filled to overflowing, the water leaves the pool on the other side and continues its journey back into the forest. Here in the clearing, there are some rocks where you can sit. You notice that even though there is frost in the clearing, the rocks are warm to your touch. You walk to the largest of the rocks and take a seat on it. It is as if the rock were made just for you. It cradles your body and holds you steady. Suddenly, you notice that in the middle of the rock circle, there is a large single log, and it is beginning to glow a bright red. You close your eyes and sit here for a few minutes in silence, listening to the sounds of the forest and the water. In a few moments, you begin to feel a great warmth emanating from the log and sense the gentle presence of another being in front of you. You open your eyes and see the log burning before you. And sitting all around this burning log, this Yule log, is everyone present here tonight. Your heart is open and ready to receive the goddess and the god.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't see it highlighted. Now let us purify the temple with an aromatic cleanse. Please light your incense and wave the incense in your room and all around you. Alternatively, you can use a cleansing spray. May the positive energy of the universe surround you, flow through you, and bring peace to your mind, love to your heart, and calm to your spirit. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
The circle is cast by each of us and opens into our temple by gesturing a circle in your own room, taking a moment to visualize and feel the astral temple. I summon the circle I summon. Power and peace and protection will come in and bind to the wound of our spiritual birth. Through water and fire and air and earth, as above, so below. The circle is sealed.
highlighted?
Yes.
Sorry, I can't tell. Come, ye spirits of the east, powers of air, sail on crisp winter wings as you bring the golden dawn. Be with us as the clear night sky. Please join us in our circle this night. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Come, ye spirits of the south, powers of fire, bring the heat of a flame to warm our hearts. Be with us as a welcoming hearth. Please join us in our circle this night. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Come, ye spirits of the west, powers of water, you nourish the earth and bathe us in sweet rains. Be with us as a quiet snowfall. Please join us in our circle this night. Hail and welcome.
Hail
Hail
and welcome. Come, ye spirits of the north, powers of earth, your bounty sustains us through the winter. Be with us as the silent cavern, a place of renewal. Please join us in our circle this night. Hail and welcome.
Hail
and welcome.
We call to the great God as the winter solstice draws near. We call to Jack in the Green, who runs across snow-laden forests, protecting the life within so that it may awake in the spring. We call to the Lord of the underworld, caretaker of the land of death, whose hands has touched much of this world at this bleak time of year. We call to the sun, who will be reborn on solstice night, he who gives us light and life. We welcome the great God in all of his forms and with all of his faces this night. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
And now we will hear from the goddess.
We call to the great goddess. We call to the great goddess as winter solstice draws near. We call to the crone, she whose wisdom in the face of difficulty keeps us here and in health. We call to the lady of the moon, she who casts her spell across the snowfield plains, her reflection glistening like silver and melting our hearts with its beauty. We call the great mother who magically brings forth life in this time of death. We welcome the great goddess in all of her forms and in her many roles this night. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
And now I'm going to take everybody to meet the goddess. So let's go ahead and get comfortable once again. Do whatever you gotta do to get comfortable. Close the eyes. Do another breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. I want you to gently notice your breath moving in and moving out while you're finding a comfortable position in your seat. You may let yourself sink into the chair or whatever surface is supporting you. Noticing the support that is offered you, breathing in and out, following your breath as it gently and steadily finds the soft and quiet spaces. You are held gently within our sacred space, surrounded by the love and peace of our circle here, safe within the great wheel and her understanding. And on this evening, as we move into the dark phase of the wheel, let us together in the dark, quietly, sit and listen to the stillness within. And so, following your breath, letting it lead you to an image of a path. You may imagine walking down this path. It is a well-trod path, shimmering in the moonlight, perhaps in a forest or along the ocean's edge. It is winter. The snow beneath your feet creaks and crunches, breaking the exquisite silence of a winter's evening. All around you is a dusty white softness to your eye, and the feel of the night air cool on your skin. You walk here in safety and with the blessings of the goddess as she leads you gently to the beginning of a large circular path. You may pause a moment as you remember your quest, your journey to the home of the goddess who resides deep within the earth. You are coming with a simple gift of appreciation. Imagine what this gift is. This is a gift for the goddess, and this in return for her wisdom and sustenance. As you enter the path, you are reminded of the sacred wheel, your deep connection to the mysteries, to the rhythms and cycles of all life. And so it is that you enter in the east, walking along the path of beginnings, of spring, birth and rebirthing, longer days and growing warmth. You may notice the intoxicating smell of spring earth and life beginning to reawaken. You might even notice an energized and expectant air about things. As you move steadily around the path, you become aware of a growing warmth and light. Summer is surrounding you. Plants are becoming a rich and vibrant green. Flowers bloom. Fields are growing high and full. And the waters are cool and refreshing to touch. You may sense that all of life seems to be thick in the work of growth and the tending of growth. And so you continue further around the path, perhaps sensing a slightly cooler breeze on your skin, gradually realizing that autumn is at hand. The fields are bearing all sorts of grains and fruits and abundant seeds. All of life is mature and full. You may notice a desire to gather in the richness of the earth's growing, to celebrate the harvest, to gather with others, and to pause and take stock. All this to make ready for the growing darkness. And so it is that you move back into winter, the sounds of the snow beneath your feet, the cold air upon your cheeks, all this beginning to draw you inward, drawn to the warmth and strength that lie within you, as within all things, for all of life seems asleep, quiet, waiting, while deep within life continues, forming, reforming, changing, perhaps tending unseen seeds of possibility. And so, as you pause here on the darkest of the year, a sensing or a knowing from deep within you begins to whisper and stir. And you know that you are part of something much greater than yourself. The path you travel is sacred, connecting you to sacred and universal rhythms. For all of life travels this path, over and over, through days, years, and lifetimes. So it is here that lies our connection with all that is. A light beckons you from within the great circle. You continue, traveling safely and easily towards the center. Down the path gradually towards a beautiful cave in the center of the wheel, with gems and stones sparkling in the moonlight, illuminating the way in, perhaps lending an air of magic and mystery. You may enter the cave as you are ready. Walking down the long entryway of the cave, noticing the dampness, the cool warmth, perhaps hearing the gurgle of a stream gently spilling into a pool further down the corridor. And you come upon an inner chamber, softly lit by a crackling warm fire. There are blankets and furs arranged near the fire, and a shimmering pool. The fruits of the harvest are present here for you also. You may be drawn to rest near the fire, or perhaps by the pool, nestling into the blankets and furs, perhaps enjoying the bounty of the harvest laid out before you. And so you may rest. You are being held by the great Mother Goddess, for this is her cave, and you are cradled gently and lovingly in her embrace. She has blessed you with the gift of darkness, of quiet. She will watch over you as you rest. As you pause here, the goddess invites you to reflect and to ask. She will answer in her own time, perhaps now, perhaps as you move through your coming days. You may reflect on any or all of these as you rest. How might I make space within for the wholeness of life? How might I hold both the light and the dark, the bitter and the sweet, the beginnings and the endings with compassion, understanding, and great wisdom? Where do I find deep peace and renewal? What wisdoms may be seeking to reveal themselves to me at this time? How might I tend to my inner growth and reemergence as I move into the coming light? Perhaps you have a question that is uniquely yours. You may ask the goddess now. She has listened carefully and perhaps has offered some guidance. She has held you gently as you searched and watched over you as you rested. You may now give her your gift in return. thanking her for her help and presence. And she in return has a gift for you to sustain and nurture you on your journey through the dark nights into the growing light. And now it is time to return. You rise easily, moving out past the gurgling stream, out into the winter's night, cool and white, steadily walking down the path, still shimmering in the moonlight. Around the wheel to the very edge of the great wheel. You pause here, surveying for a moment the great wheel from your vantage point in the north. And then turning as you are ready, returning back to current place and current time. You may bring your attention to your breathing, noticing your breath moving in and your breath moving out. And as you notice your breath, notice that each breath is bringing your awareness more and more to sensations. Noticing how the air feels as you breathe, how you are sitting in your chair, perhaps noticing that you would like to move or wiggle, and doing so with delight. And once more, a deep breath in, filling your belly and chest, and exhaling, letting your belly and chest become smaller, returning completely to our circle, to here and now, opening your eyes, gently looking about the room. I hope you all enjoyed that wonderful visit with the goddess below us. So that could be quite moving sometimes. So now what I would like to do is, first I'm going to let somebody in. Alrighty. So now what we're going to do is we are going to build a snowflake of beginnings, so to speak. The snowflake, part of the meaning of snowflakes represents the light of beginnings. So what I'm going to do, and you guys can think about this while I pull up the image. Think about what it is that you would like to try, or a beginning, something new that you're going to try in the new year. Now that the days are going to start, you've released all the stuff, let it go, whatever in the past. And so starting tomorrow and going forward, maybe some of you in the new year, maybe this is kind of like your New Year's resolutions, so to speak. So think about what it is that, what are your dreams, your hopes for the new year? And think about that, because I'm going to ask you to put it into your text box, because I'll demonstrate what I'm going to do. Let me share my screen here. And let me get the correct image. All right. So there is our snowflake. And I will add my wish, my New Year's resolution, so be it, for the new year. I will do that first so you guys can all see what I'm talking about. So we're going to do stars. So I'll put mine right here, a star. I'm going to put right next to it. There we go. And so what do I want to, oh, you know what? Go ahead and unmute yourselves, because this is the time for chatting. Go ahead and chat it up. My cohorts in this are going to entertain you with chat while I do this. And like I said, if you have, what are your New Year's resolutions? What are your what do you want to accomplish in the new year? Go ahead and put them in the chat, and I will copy and paste them as such. And here we go.
Who's excited that this year is almost over?
Oh my God.
Yes.
I know, right? So there's mine. I've been working on my mediumship skills. I'm a pretty good psychic, but my mediumship skills could be a little stronger. They are getting stronger, but I'm going to continue to work on that in the new year. So, woo! I got 10 people in the chat already. Okay. All right. Bear with me while y'all chat amongst each other. So I'm going to do a lot of copy and pasting.
Do it.
Okay.
Does anyone want to expand on what they put in here? Silence. Tilly.
I will. I will.
Yeah.
Mine. So I'm a big planner by nature, and the rest of this year, definitely not the spirit guides plans for me at all. So my goal in the new year is to just kind of be more in the present, to spend less time planning, because I'm one of those people that used to plan like 3 to 4 years out of my life. Like, and everything kind of shifted about 2 months ago, and it's like worked out super great. Definitely was not in the plans for anything, but just kind of going with the gut, and
That's
instead
awesome.
of being resistant towards things, just flowing with it.
Right? Especially if you've been such a planner for so long. Like do you do the bullet journals and the whole shebang?
Yep.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
knew it for some reason. I was like, I bet she does all the bullet
Oh
journals.
yeah, I'm the color-coded bullet girl.
Yes.
Like
Stickers, the Yashi tape, the whole shebang. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm literally just gonna call you out teacher style. Feel free to share if you want to or not. The next one under Tilly is Tossi. Did I say that right?
Yes, you got it right.
Okay, you don't have to expand, but if you'd like to expand, please do.
I just have a research proposal that I'm working on, and I have to defend it in order to advance on my studies. So that's pretty much my whole goal for the first 6 months of the year.
Wow, that's awesome. Is that a long process?
Super long. I was supposed to have gotten this done like some time ago, but the lockdowns made my previous research non-viable. So I had to start from scratch, literally just a couple weeks ago. So now I'm gonna do in 6 months what I usually take 1 to 2 years to do. So that is a challenge.
Wow. Yeah, that is a huge challenge. It seems to be that way. Everybody lost so much time. That's horrible that you had to start over, but you sound really positive about it, which is really awesome.
And I'm just feeling the different this time. I feel like there's a flow of energy since the eclipse, and I just feel things are moving. So I'm hopeful that this time around, this is gonna work.
Right? Okay, David, you're next. You don't have to expand. I'm just calling you out teacher style. This is like second grade teacher.
Sometimes it's the best
Popcorn
method.
reading. You know.
I just, I was not in too great of shape before the pandemic, and it's gotten much, much worse since then. So fitness is that's the goal.
Right? I think everybody found out which of their mobile order apps were their favorite. Like Grubhub, DoorDash, Postmates. So good. Let's see. The next one is Yvette.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to forgive myself for previous mistakes, for bad decisions. And it's the first solstice that I feel it's actually going to come true. There's a huge energetic shift in me and of course in the world. And I just feel like this is it. I finally feel like I feel like a breakthrough.
That's amazing. I feel like self-forgiveness feels the most difficult, at least for me personally. I feel like it starts to be easier to forgive other people. I feel like we're always hardest on ourselves. So that's really cool.
I agree.
Sandra is next. And again, please just be like, no thanks, or ignore me. That's fine.
I want to organize all of the things I've been studying for the past year. I'm interested in Druidry and some of the other myths and legends and things of Ireland. And I just want to continue my studies, but to organize and find a way that I'll know what I want to study more about, because I just have piles of papers
Oh,
that I've
right.
collected over the year. So I need to do that before I start a new year.
Isn't that how it seems to go? You just gather them, the myths,
Right.
and the different things that you start to love. It's such a like
Right.
collection. Absolutely. Let's see. Karen is next on my list.
There are two.
Oh, Karen with a C
Okay.
is the next one I see.
Okay. I have, okay. I would like to really commit this year to radical self-love. And I've been really working on a lot of healing in the past few years, and I'm going to continue that, but I think that I've been a little too serious about some of it, and that this year I'm going to let in a lot more joy and fun and just not trying so hard. And what else? And I also am going to commit to teaching this year. I was certified as a yoga teacher a few years ago, and I just experienced kind of a block with it with moving forward. But I love teaching, and I definitely have a lot to offer. And I'm trying to just let go of those blocks and move forward with all of my dreams next year.
That's really awesome. Especially that you know that you want to bring in joy and lightness. It's funny, those things sound really easy, but they're not always really easy. So it's really cool.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'm like, oh my gosh, should I see if there's multiple of everybody? Okay, hold on. Go back. Okay, Allison is who I have next.
It's kind of hard. So many I wanted to choose, but productivity.
Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit. Let's see.
I just chose productivity. Made not really fun thing, but more things.
Yeah, if somebody's roommate is having a party, can you mute yourself?
There we go. Like magic.
So I want to be there.
Ready for Yule.
Okay, Miss Allison, please start over. We couldn't hear most of what you said. Sorry.
I wanted to, there was many things I wanted to choose, but productivity just sounded more what I needed to do this next year. It was just, there's so many things I want to do, but focusing on just being more active, more involved in life around me, my family, other things. So that was what I chose.
That's awesome. I feel like we all could use productivity at some point, especially after COVID. We all kind of slowed down for a while. So it's a really good choice. I like that. Okay, let's see. Travis, you're next.
I think mine goes along the lines of a few people here, but speaking for myself, over the years, I've kind of fluctuated a lot in my dedication to spirituality and bodily health. And after some hardships I experienced, I let myself kind of throw those things to the wayside and ignore them almost entirely. So this year I'm dedicating myself to increasing the quality of those things.
Well, that's wonderful. Let's see. Star is next.
Hi guys. This year I have been doing a medical weight loss program, and I have already lost almost 30 pounds since Samhain. And
Congratulations.
Yay!
and I still have a long ways to go, but I'm motivated and hoping that I can continue along this path I'm on right now.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
3 pounds is a big deal. That seems to be like the first big like hurdle that you get past. It's all downhill from here now.
Nice.
And then, okay, let's see. After that, I have, forgive me if I say your name wrong, Maraval? Let's see. I see you, and it looks like you're unmuted, but
Oh,
can you hear us?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Explainer. I want to focus on my health and my also my spiritual being.
That's beautiful.
Did I hear?
Okay, let's see. Did Karen? No, we did Karen with a C. So let's see. Maria, you're next. That I can see on my list. I'm just going in order of my list, so forgive me if it's out of order. So Maria next.
Which Maria?
Oh, rough. Oh my gosh, there's multiple Marias. The Rafaela?
Rafaela Maria?
Yes. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if I'm actually here. I feel like I need to really be working on healing my mind and healing my health, making my body healthier. I had a lot of health challenges this year, and also mental health issues. And I'm hoping to continue to improve and work on those things. And, and I'm hoping as COVID gradually wanes away, that I will be able to reconnect with my community.
That does help a lot, especially for mental health and things like that.
So
You need support.
you don't notice until you're without it.
Right? I think we all learned that, like how special a hug was to us. You know what I mean? So true. Okay, now I'm to Karen with a K. Sorry, now I made it to Karen with a K.
Hi. So this last year I was able to really start a good fitness routine. I'm doing really good with that. And I was actually able to do kind of a spiritual and get that in a regular routine. So I'm kind of ready to go to the next level. I need to do better with my eating, and maybe I'll lose some weight. I don't care about that as much, just to eat better. And I also miss people. I miss working with another group. So that's kind of why I joined tonight, is like, I want to find a local group, and maybe when COVID's over, I can work with other people spiritually instead of being in my wonderful office by myself every time. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to the next year. We'll see what happens with COVID.
Right, I know. It seemed, I thought for sure. I remember back in March 2020, we heard like 8 weeks. So I feel like I walk around with my fingers crossed. So hopefully, I'll do whatever I need to do just to be able to live life again. You know.
And I thought we were so close, and then the stupid new variant came along, and it's like, come on, I was going to do regular Christmas this year. Dang it!
I know. That's what I was saying before. Like we are so close to like an almost normal Christmas. So close. Maybe next year. We'll have to hit it hard next year, everybody. Okay, let's see. Oh, I have Yvette in here who put in bullet journal. Bullet journal is awesome, and there's so many different ways. I got on YouTube, and there's like a million infinite different ways. Tilly is probably a pro. Could probably tell us all about it.
Daiso is like a good go-to for it, or a little
What is
shop. Daiso, it's like this little Asian shop, and they have like little cute stuff that like good for it. But here's the thing though.
I love that shop. I love
It's a cool shop. I like it.
Is that like Sanrio kind of?
Yeah, and they have Sanrio and a few other things.
There's one. Are you local here in North County, San Diego?
Not anymore. I'm just a little bit further north.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a good resource for sure for bullet journals. Okay, let's see. Freda? Next on my list. You're muted, but if you don't want to share, that's totally fine too. And I can go to the next person. Okay, if you end up wanting to share later, you can come back on and unmute and totally feel free to share.
All right, I think I got it all in there.
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
Can you all
Beautiful.
see it? Look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah.
Looks great.
That
No
is
problem, Freda. I saw your message. Can we let the last two people share?
yes, please.
Okay, cool. It's Michaela, then Jill. And then we actually went through everything. It like worked out perfect timing. Good job, Missy.
That is the copy and paste wasn't working, so I had to.
Oh no.
Oh,
So that's cool.
no.
I'm glad everybody was talking. So thank you.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, yeah. So then Michaela, then Jill, and everybody got to share, which is cool. And then Freda, I saw that you have no audio. That is totally fine. No worries.
Hi. Yeah, I want a job. I have kind of a toxic management I'd like to get away from. And then just work on my spirituality. I'd like to teach myself tarot this year.
Oh,
Yay.
yay!
Good luck on moving away from the management.
Thanks.
I know that can be a challenge.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
All righty. So I'm going to save this, and what I'll do is, do all of you follow us on Facebook by any chance?
Yeah.
Okay. If you do, I'm going to go ahead and post this under Spiral Oars Facebook, and I will also share it on. We also have an Instagram page too, or an Instagram, whatever. I'm old, so. But we are on Instagram, so I'll post it on there as well too. And I'll do that tomorrow morning. So if you guys want, you can save it. Oh, somebody's got a puppy in the screen. But anyways, so I will post this tomorrow on Facebook as well as Instagram. You guys can save it. And if you want to, save it on your phones or your computers, or if you even want to print it. I like printing them out, and I usually put them up on my door so that I can see them as I walk out, and I love it. This is wonderful, and it makes me feel very connected to all of you. Let me go ahead and save this now. So let's see.
And as you're saving, Jill didn't get to share in case she wants.
Oh yeah, please have Jill share.
Hi. I've been going through this incredible spiritual experience, and so that's my hope for this coming year, is to continue with that, on top of healing my health physically and mentally, and get out of my way.
That's awesome. I love that so much. Okay, awesome. That's everyone that put something into chat. So thank you everybody for sharing. Thought that was really cool.
Yes, thank you. And
Brittany.
Yeah, I'm glad everybody shared, and then that was really cool. I really like this, Misty. This is such a cool idea of yours. I love it.
thanks. Yeah, this is awesome, and I love seeing it. And I'm all about manifesting, and the spoken word can be very powerful. So we've spoken these words, we've put it out there in the universe, and so you can expect some great things in the near future. And and like I said, if we can't meet in person, I'm always going to continue doing this online, because we have some folks that are from in other states and stuff that join us. So even if we are able to get together in person, I will continue to do this as well. So I'm so happy to see all of you that joined us. And I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen now. There we are. Okay, so oops, don't want to do that. Okay. I almost closed our meeting, but that would be bad. All right, so what do we have next? Oh, next we have so cakes and ale. We're going to do some feasting now, and Brittany is going to kind of take us into that, and then we'll be doing some divination right after that.
Okay, awesome.
Let's see.
Let me know when you're ready. Oh, I'm spotlight.
All right. Yep,
That
there you
means
go.
she's ready, guys. Okay. Okay, as we enjoy our feasting this evening, let us remember that it will be the blessing of the god and the goddess to our bodies. Let us partake of it freely. So please have your food and beverage ready, or just the image and energy. So, and the joy of the Yuletide spirit to you, the warmth of home and hearth to you, the cheer and goodwill of friends to you, the light of the reborn sun to you, the love of the goddess and her peace to you. May you never go hungry, and may you never thirst. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Salud. Blessed be.
Okay.
There you go.
While you all are enjoying your cakes and ale, I'm going to go ahead and so before we started, I went ahead and got in touch with my spirit guides, and I asked them to send some messages to those that are going to be joining us tonight in the form of 5 cards. So I picked out 5 cards, and so what I want everybody to do is pick a number between 1 and 5. Pick a number between 1 and 5. You don't have to tell us what it is just yet. I'm going to pick a number as well. Okay. Now, has everybody got a number picked out? You got a number in your mind? Okay. So I'm going to read to you the messages of the numbers. So these are from an oracle card deck called the Wisdom of Avalon. I'll show you what that looks like. So the Wisdom of Avalon. Yeah, I really like these. They're very connected to the Celtic spirituality and whatnot. So, so those of you that picked number 1 is is focus. So those that picked the number 1, you picked focus. And I'm going to read to you what focus is according to the Wisdom of Avalon. So focus. All right, so for focus, it is a time to draw your energies inward. Let go of all things that are superfluous and unnecessary at this time. Focus your attention on the job ahead. Do what is in front of you, no matter how small the task. Clear focus is required. Be mindful to stay in the present. Avoid looking back or too far forward. For it is only in staying in the true present, the now, that the power residing in this sacred journey marker can be used for the benefit of all. Your path is marked with the need to regroup and remind yourself of your goal. Then stay in the present time and do what is directly in front of you. Only one small focused step at a time will place you at your destination. So very good. So those of you that picked number 1, it's focus. Number 2, those of you that picked the number 2, we have burden. Let me see. I don't, my light's kind of like burden. Okay. All right. So let's see what burden's all about. For those of you that picked the number 2, you have burden. All right. So what burdens are you carrying on this part of the journey? Are you transporting those of others out of generosity or codependency? Is this burden so heavy that it slows you down? This marker asks you to stop and look at your responsibilities, your commitments, and all that you bring with you on your journey. Are you clinging to an unhealthy relationship out of fear? Are you taking on the burden of others to prevent them from getting hurt? Do you know that this enables others to avoid learning their life lessons and doesn't really help at all? Drawing this marker encourages you to release others to their own path. It may also be a time for you to ask if you're helping because you like being needed. If the answer is yes, then the message is truly to let go of this burden, for it's born of self-centeredness. Release the burden of others to the divine. They also have their own angels and guides, just as you do. Trust in the divine plan for all. On the sacred path to Avalon, you must be aware that you pack all the essential wisdom tools you will need to chart your course. Integrity, kindness, compassion, discernment, discretion, faith, forgiveness, truth, and love are all but some of them. Once your tools are counted, see if the rest of what you're hanging on to is appropriate. This is the time to leave behind any unnecessary burdens and to know you have the strength to carry what is yours. That was a really good one. I didn't pick number 2, but that was a really good one. All right. Number 3. Are you all ready? Ready for this? Number 3. Wow, this is all okay. I picked number 3. And number 3 is the cow. Nourishment, abundance, asking, and receiving. The cow. Can we see this? There. Cow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right. So those that picked number 3 is the cow. All righty. Let's see what the cow has to say to us. The cow says, "Take my milk. I can always feed you. I'll eat the grass of the god, goddess, and in turn, pass good fortune on to you. Nourishment is never ending when I appear on your path. Don't forget to till the soil so that grass may grow. Abundance is made manifest out of a universal system. Do your part, and I will do mine with joy. Ask, and you will receive all the blessings I have to offer." The cow reminds you that there is no shortage of blessings in the world. Ask to partake in infinite abundance, and you will indeed get exactly what you need. Woo! I like that. Yes. Okay, I picked number 3. All right. Number 4. For those of you that picked the number 4, ooh, this might be exciting. The number 4 is, let's see, risk. The number 4 is risk. Let's see. Risk. All right. Let's see what risk has to tell you. Hopefully it's exciting risk. All right. So this marker brings excitement to your path. Oh, I was right. Yay. Risk can be exciting. You cannot know the outcome of the action you're being called to take until you do it. In this way, you're required to be blind in the forest for a time, risking all you know and all you've acquired on your journey for the potential of something better. Perhaps the training you require demands faith in what you cannot experience with your 5 senses. But reliance on the 6th sense, your intuition, can provide you with another type of sight to aid you in your journey. Very important questions can be answered now. Is engaging in a situation worth the risk, or does my inner sight tell me to wait until another opportunity comes? Or am I willing to learn a lesson of defeat and surrender to the promise of unknown potential? Pray for guidance and ask for a sign. If the answer is yes, take the risk. If no, rest, regroup, and wait on the will of the divine mystery. Another sacred journey marker may reveal the answer. So use your intuition when taking risks. I personally have always lived my life never having to wonder what if. So I've always taken the risk, and sometimes it's been wonderful and sometimes it's been not so wonderful, but I've never had to wonder, well, what if? What would have happened if I would have done it? What would happen if I did do it? So risk. All right. So number 5, We have, ooh, Omens and Messages. We have the hawk. So whoever picked number 5 is received the hawk. The hawk is flying. Okay. Omens and Messages. All right. Gotta be listening to your spirit guides on this one. All right. So when the hawk appears, expect a message to be delivered to you to aid you in your quest. Perhaps a telephone call from a friend will help you solve a mystery, or a chance meeting with someone you may solve a riddle. You may literally be writing on a wall or overhear a conversation between strangers that reveals your own answer unexpectedly. You will know it when it happens. Be open to messages from others and be aware of omens and signs in nature. The world is constantly attempting to communicate with us, but we human beings haven't forgotten how to we've forgotten how to listen. So remember who you are, an intrinsic part of the great mystery of life. Listen and learn. This is the gift of the hawk as he soars into your life from Avalon's skies. So that was number 5. That's awesome. So yeah, so pay attention as in the course of the next several days, or weeks. You're going to be receiving some messages. And when it rings true, when your gut tells you, hey, that rings true for me, you really want to listen to that. Okay? All right. Yay. Did y'all like that?
It was awesome. I particularly liked your hawk flying. That was
got a little 2D, 3D kind of action.
And that cow was so cute on the card. It was like such a precious looking
Oh,
cow.
I know. Oh, I should have made the cow go. Huh? Oh, wow.
Now you know. Now you know we like the movement here.
All righty. So with the divination being done, I think we're going to go ahead and close our circle. I'd like to say once again to everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. It's been a wonderful winter solstice to see all of you. And I think, oh dear, there's been a couple of folks that are really late in joining us, but oh well. Anyway, so this winter solstice is coming to an end. I know, like I said, some of you I know is have to work tomorrow, so we will go ahead and close our. Give me 1 second, real quick, before I do it. A couple of folks had to join us late, and let me reach out to them real quick. Okay, so nice. Okay. Okay, just want to give a shout out to those that just joined us right now. I'm glad you were able to finally get in. We are about ready to close. And we did create a snowflake of abundance of things that we want to accomplish in the new year. So if you would like to send me a message, I can perhaps add your New Year's resolutions to our snowflake as well. And so again, thank everybody for joining us tonight, and we're going to go ahead and close our circle, and we will be doing something for the new moon in January. Not new moon, but the full moon in January. And then in February, of course, really early, like I think it's February 1st or 2nd, we'll be doing Imbolc. So hopefully you can join us for that as well. All righty. So with that being said, I'll take it to Maria so she can close us out.
The gates have closed, but the temple remains. The great circle is ever unbroken. We give thanks to the earthly elements of the north, west, south, and east, to which all things are formed and forged, for blessing our ceremony and for the bounty they provide for us. We give thanks to God and Goddess for blessing our ceremony and speaking to us through the spark of light of how we can best change our lives. May there be peace between us now and forever. Bless Blessed be, and the circle is open.
In closing, I would like to say that it is hard for some of us to appreciate the sweetness of the winter season, the gifts and teachings of the dark. My gift for you is to remind you all that this may be so. Enjoy and learn to find peace and sweetness within you. Happy Yule, everybody. Happy solstice, and blessed be.
Blessed be. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
May the circle be open but unbroken.
May the God and the goddess be ever in our hearts.
Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again.
And merry meet again. Blessed be, everybody. Until
Blessed
next
be.
time.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.